My name is Emily Carter, and I was 25. I had just moved to New York for my job at a publishing company. Life was hectic, lonely, and cold until my brother Nathan, who was 30 and always looked out for me like a protective wall, came to visit me in the city. He had flown in from Chicago for a quick 2-day business trip and insisted we spend time together like old times. "You've been overworking yourself, Em," he said on the call. "Let's escape for a night. Just chill, no stress." He booked a beautiful room in a 5-star hotel in Manhattan. "It's on me," he smiled. "You've earned it." I felt safe and excited. That night, we checked into the hotel. The room was breathtaking. A glass wall overlooked the entire city skyline. We laughed like we hadn't in years. We ordered our childhood favorite, pepperoni pizza with chocolate milkshakes, and even danced to old songs from our teenage days. It was the kind of evening that made you forget the chaos of the world. He told me stories from his high school days I'd never heard before. I shared how hard the city had been on me, and how sometimes I just cried myself to sleep from the pressure. Nathan didn't interrupt. He listened, really listened. And for the first time in years, I felt seen. Around midnight, it started raining outside. We stood by the glass wall, watching the raindrops race down the glass. The city lights shimmered through the water, and it felt like a movie scene. He handed me a soft hotel robe and smiled. "You deserve happiness, Em," he whispered. "Don't ever forget that." The room was warm, full of nostalgia, and filled with the kind of love that didn't need words. We stayed up late talking about dreams, life, regrets. He told me he was tired of his own life in Chicago and wanted a new beginning too. We fell asleep on separate beds, but with full hearts. But what happened the next morning left me stunned. I woke up and Nathan was gone. His bed was neatly made, and a folded note lay on my pillow. "Emily, I'm sorry. There are things I never told you. Please go to the hotel lobby. There's something you need to see." I rushed down in panic. At the front desk, the manager handed me a black envelope. Inside was an old photograph of a woman I had never seen before. On the back, in Nathan's handwriting, it read, "She was your real mother. I found her, and she's alive." My knees almost gave out. I was adopted, and Nathan had known. All these years. That night at the hotel wasn't just about comfort. It was a goodbye to the life I thought I knew. He had come to give me the truth. I later found out Nathan flew out early that morning to meet her. For both of us. Tears rolled down my face as I stood in the hotel lobby, holding the truth in my hand. That hotel room didn't just hold memories of love. It held the beginning of a brand new story. I stood frozen in the hotel lobby, the photo of a woman I'd never seen before trembling in my hand. My brother Nathan had left, vanished, after giving me the most shocking clue of my life. "She was your real mother. I found her, and she's alive." I couldn't breathe properly. I had 1,000 questions and nowhere to go. I ran back up to the room and dialed Nathan's number, but it went straight to voicemail. What did he mean, my real mother? My mind reeled. Our parents had died in a car accident when I was just 8. Nathan was 13 then. He became my everything, my protector, my best friend. But now it seemed he had carried a secret for over 2 decades. Why now? Why here? Suddenly, I noticed something odd. Taped under the room's coffee table was a second envelope, darker, heavier. It was labeled simply, "For Emily. Only open when you're ready." With shaky hands, I opened it. Inside was a letter. Not typed, handwritten in Nathan's careful block letters. "Emily, I didn't plan to keep this from you forever. But I had to wait until the truth wouldn't break you. You were adopted when you were just 1 year old. Mom and Dad could never have children. I remember the day they brought you home. You were tiny, scared, but you clutched my finger and smiled. From that moment, I knew you were my sister, no matter what blood said. I found your real mother last month. Her name is Diana Hart. She lives in a small town in Oregon. She never wanted to give you up. It was forced upon her. The adoption records were sealed, but I tracked her down. She's alive, Emily. And she wants to meet you. I booked you a flight. It leaves tonight at 8:45 p.m. Go. Find the answers. I love you always. Nathan. Asterisk, asterisk. My heart raced. I glanced at the clock. It was already 4:30 p.m. I could barely believe it. My entire identity was a lie. Suddenly, a knock at the hotel room door startled me. I opened it cautiously. A bellboy handed me a small velvet box. "There's a note too, miss," he said politely before walking away. Inside the box was a beautiful antique locket, something I'd never seen before. Inside the locket was a photo of a young woman holding a baby. And the note read, "This is how she remembers you." It had to be Diana, my biological mother. Tears flooded my eyes. Was this real? I packed my bag, left the hotel room, and caught a cab to the airport. I texted Nathan again. No reply. My mind was a storm of confusion, fear, and hope. The final twist, suspense ending. When I landed in Oregon, a driver was waiting with a sign. Emily Carter. He took me through winding roads and thick forests to a small wooden cottage near a lake. I stepped out and there she was, Diana Hart. Her eyes matched mine. She was crying before I even said hello. She hugged me tightly. The kind of hug you don't forget. We sat by the fire that night, and I listened as she told me everything. But then I asked the question I had been dreading. "Where's Nathan?" He told me he'd be here. He said he arranged all this. Diana's face turned pale. She whispered, "Emily, you didn't hear?" "Hear what?" I asked, confused. She reached for her phone and pulled up a news article from that morning. My hands trembled as I read the headline. Businessman Nathan Carter dies in private plane crash en route to Oregon. Flight went down in the early morning hours due to engine failure. 1 passenger on board. No survivors. "No," I gasped. "No. That's not possible." He texted me. He left me the letter. He booked my flight. Diana took my hand gently, tears flowing. "He must have known. He wanted to make sure you found your way here before it was too late." I broke down completely. Nathan had known he wouldn't survive. He arranged everything. He gave me one perfect night, one final memory, one life-changing truth, and then gave up his own life to bring me home.
He didn't just love me.
He saved me. And in that moment I realized that hotel night wasn't an ending. It was his goodbye. And my beginning.